gone. It is, nope, we got to start all over. That's where I'm at, okay? That's the type of person that I am, and that's what I've dealt with. And this is where I was at in my life, okay? I was at a point where I had hit rock bottom. I had hit so hard that we went further down. And with this fresh fall, I had no idea how to get up to it. Because on the first fall, I built safety devices to catch me. You know, I got ways to get up. I figured out my path. I worked my problem. Alright, but now I was further down and I didn't know what to do. Because I physically couldn't do anything. So I just did what I could. And I finally got into physical therapy. It all led up to a point where I finally got into physical therapy. And she got me doing stuff again. And I just started recovering just like that. I hit the ground running. Considering the amount of people that I seen in there that couldn't do as much as I could, I felt that I was moving at a quick rate. And so we get in there, I did the things, I did these stuff, and then it ended. And I didn't have someone to push me anymore, but she had gotten me to a point where I started to push myself again. So, you know, here we are. I go through the motions of all this time, and I started exercising and doing my own things again. And now I've gotten back to where I'm able to start doing stuff again. Okay, so this is not just I'm a success story from birth. This is something that I had to work for and achieve to get to where I'm at. And you are going to have your own story. Alright, but what I'm here to do is just to let you know that it is possible. And that I'm here to help people, and I want to show you a way to do it if you don't know. And if people just don't want to watch these things, that's fine. That's cool. But this is for the people who don't know what to do. I'm here to try to help bridge the gap. Because I feel great. I have now overcome 2 great challenges in my life, and I'm getting into the best shape of my life. I am. And it doesn't matter that I like to eat and that I've still got a gut on me, because it's going away, or if it's not, I'm going to be healthy. Okay? Your body is going to only do as much as it genetically can. Alright? That is something each of us has to understand. Male, female, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you identify as. I don't care what you call yourself. It doesn't matter what you think about yourself. Your physical DNA is only going to let you do so much before you have to change it by some alternate means. Okay? Now, some people may go in to do surgery. Some people may use steroids. Some people may do certain things. But even with all of that, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you change your body. If you want to change it past the point that it is capable, you are going to have to add or take away from something. Alright? So, you know, that's the difference why some people are just naturally cut. They're naturally just better physically than anything, and even mentally. Okay? Some people just have those genes that work out that way. But that doesn't mean that these people are superior to us or not. Okay? They have their limits just like anything else. Now, because they've never known the physical struggle of having to get to that point, they're not going to know what it's like to struggle when it counts. Because that's what this is going to come down to, is how far you're willing to struggle and push yourself to get to where you want to be. If you're naturally good at something, that's one less struggle you got to face. So it'll either allow you to just ride right there, or you can keep climbing. Okay? Because the thing is we all have an ability. Most things in life are learned. They're abilities. But how well you learn, how quick you learn, that is going to be your genetics. Okay? Doesn't mean you can't learn. It may take you an hour and someone else 3 hours, or vice versa. But see, when you learn it, you know it, and you just apply it to your life. If you gain concepts, that's the thing about it, is if you gain these concepts through your life, you're going to apply it to everything. Like when I'm at work and I'm lifting up stuff, I'm using proper body mechanics to get down and lift stuff up, and it makes it easier and more efficient. So, you know, it's because I gained the concept of lifting on a bar. And that's where it started. And it makes its way. I did a heating and air. Okay? That's what I went to school for and did a trade for. That's what I worked in that allowed me. I gained the concept, and that allowed me to go out and do other things. I was working on cars with my dad as a kid. I gained those concepts, and you see the trend? Everything that I learn, I make sure that I know it and don't just remember it. Okay, I put it into practice. I put my hands on it. I tried. I fiddled with it. Anything in your life that you do with that and that you learn in that way, you're going to learn it. Some people get that quickly, and their problem is that they can recall the information, but they don't know how to apply it to other things. And there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people that write fitness stuff like that. They know the science and all this and that, and focusing on people that can do the work and just going with it. And when you ask somebody, hey, how do I do this? They don't know how to apply the concept for somebody bigger. When it's as simple as going, oh, you're bigger, just step wider, because you're literally bigger. Let's try that and see how it works, and then just work your way in. That's going down with your bar, or even with your stance. There's just so much of this stuff that is just not out there for us big people. It's like they're like, oh, well, they'll figure it out. When I went to look for weightlifting belts, I can't find them. I have to search for them. That's a problem. That's a bias on things. But let's face it, guys, most of us biggins, we don't go out and work out. So, when we do, we put a lot of money into it because we're wanting that quick result. I'm here to tell you, it's not quick. Now, it can be quick for your body, but it's not going to be fast. This has taken years to get back to this point, and I would have been a lot further along had I not had these problems. But I've lost a considerable amount of weight within a decent time. Let's say within 2 years, let's say I've lost 60 pounds the first time, and then now I'm back down to around 280. So that's over 20 pounds. So let's say that's 80 pounds in 2 years that I've lost. Okay? I've lost it, and now I've managed to keep down what I've lost. I had to gain it back when I stopped, when I physically couldn't do anything anymore and really just lost control. I gained it back, so I can gain and lose weight pretty quickly. That's me. But I didn't really start losing that weight until I started eating more and exercising less, because I remembered that I had noticed at one point, I was like, I haven't been working out. I know that I can't, but, I haven't been working out, and I'm still eating a lot of food. I had this moment. It was like me reaching out to myself, and I was like, something should be, I should be doing something. Now, I could have cut back, but I didn't. I kept eating, and then that's when I noticed that the weight just came on. It was like my body was screaming out, yo, you know what's about to happen. I can't hold back anymore, and then it went. Once your metabolism slows, that's it. Once you lose your muscle, when you stop using it, it takes a while for muscle to break down. Okay? So that's why a lot of us big folks, we've got a lot of muscle because we have to carry this extra weight. Now, that's a good thing because it's going to allow us to grow more muscle quickly. And if you grow more muscle more quickly than other people, your metabolism is going to speed up faster. But because you're gaining all this muscle, you're going to start burning fat just because you're going to have to use that much more calories to sustain this muscle, especially if you're working them out. So you're gaining muscle you didn't have before, that you're utilizing them, so you're awakening all these areas, and that's where I come in, okay, is I have realized that if I activate as many muscles as I can every time I work out, that's going to cause my metabolism to last longer, okay? It is going to need to repair so many more areas. We don't need to worry about getting cut. Okay? You can do that once you finally lost the weight and gotten into a weight range where your muscles are finally starting to be visible. I'm not near that cutting point, and I'm pretty strong. Okay? So here's the thing, is that I realize that if I work my shoulders, and then I turn around and do biceps, and then I can do triceps, and then I do abs and legs, and I do calves, okay? If I work out all of these muscles, even just a little bit, every day, I'm not sore the next day, I'm not hurting the next day, but I'm losing weight. And I always go by a certain number. Okay, I choose a number and I stick with it, and that's the area that I stick in, and I do exercises. And so what I do is, instead of tiring myself out on one exercise, I will do that and go through many exercises. And then, once I've gone through a loop, then I'll just go and do it again. that's what I'll do. Is like I'll see how many times I can do those numbers going around, and eventually you get to a point where you're adding more weight to get the same thing. If it's a struggle on this round, then I'll either lower the weight or raise it. I make it so that it's a good struggle, something that feels like I'm working my muscles, that I'm putting the strain on them, but it's not more than I can handle. Because when I get to a point where that weight has fatigued me, it is not more than my body can handle. So, because I do that, I've realized how much my body can take in what amount. And that's what it comes down to. You got to figure out what's going to work for you. So that's where I am. Okay, and I'm strong and I can do this stuff, and I activate all these muscles, and that causes my metabolism to keep working even when I stop. I increase my diet of protein. I try to get rid of fast foods and fats and stuff. I still enjoy myself, but I enjoy myself in smaller bits. Okay? Because if I'm drinking protein powders and I'm eating chicken and I'm cutting back on my rice and fats and stuff, I'm eating smaller portions, and I'll eat that, and then I'll drink a bunch of water. I drink a gallon of water a day or more, sometimes less, but I shoot for that gallon. That means that my body's staying flushed, and because I'm drinking this water, sometimes it helps me to not be hungry. And if I am, I'll go eat something that maybe it'll swell up, or I'll just drink a protein shake, or what else do I do? Certain things that I specifically do are just things that would help me to feel fuller, but generally if I'm drinking that much water, I'm just drinking it and then I go and do something different. And as I put more protein and wholesome foods into my body, I'll snack on good wholesome foods, or I won't need to eat. I'll just drink the water and I'll be fine. And then when I do eat again, I try to eat a nice, I'll eat a good portion meal that I feel full at, but I don't go overboard with it. I don't keep eating a bunch of crap, because my body, I eventually learned what feels comfortable. And even when I binge out, I may eat a lot of food, but I don't eat a lot of food at one time. I'll eat a couple things, and then I'll set it down. And then I'll come back to it and eat a couple more things, and then I'll set it down. And, because I'm doing that, it's allowing me to realize exactly what point am I full at. So, because I know when I was overeating, I would eat till it hurt. Like, I would just eat till, I don't even know why I would stop. And it was so hard for me to break that habit, and that's what I did to do it. I mean, first of all, I would feel guilty about myself if I ate junk food when I was working out from the first accident. I mean, I was just on such a health kick. I was drinking asparagus and broccoli and spinach shakes in the morning, and it tasted pretty good. I mean, I really went seriously healthy with it. I mean, I was eating clean foods and all that, so whenever I ate something bad, it physically hurt me. Like, I could feel the grease. I could feel that it wasn't really flowing naturally. That's what they call, in yoga, that's what you would call an aggressive food. They have foods that are like different levels. One of them, you got like pretty much like vegetables, I guess, and then you got like fruit and eggs, and then you got like meat or something. I mean, it was a different food, but it's just basically how it affects your body. Like, I guess you could get into the energies of things, but if you think about it, like a burger, grease, and all that, I mean, it's just going to be in there, and it's going to be hard to move around. Whereas vegetables and those proteins are going to break down. You're going to get those enzymes and vitamins from it quickly. It can get it out. And that's what your body likes. It likes something that it can just use, and there's so much good in there. But then when you put this other stuff in there, which, we're going to eat meat. I mean, that's plain and simple. But when it's cooked like that, and it's just this mess of stuff in your body, it still has to work a little harder. And, as far as yoga goes, something had to die. There's stuff like that in it. But if you just think about it, cookie dough, you can feel that moving. All right? But I didn't need to eat as much. And I got that same feeling, so I would eat healthier, I would eat smaller portions, and I just got to this point where to get me to stop comfort eating, what I did was I would eat as much food as I wanted, but I would do it in little chunks at a time. And that, like, reset me. That got it to where I noticed when it hurt. Like, I was able to form a feeling of when I was full and when I needed to stop. Like, I learned it. I learned, because then my stomach would shrink, because I wasn't forcing more food than I needed. So now, because I was working out all my muscles and my calorie intake had went up. My calories is staying at the same level. So I'm getting to a point where my body's about to reach homeostasis again, where everything is done. All the extra energy is used. I've gotten to a point where I eat when I feel full, so my calorie intake, you know, it might not have went down to 2,400 calories or 1,800 calories or anything, but it probably went from 5,000 down to 3,000, let's say. Just numbers. Well, that's going to cause me to lose weight, because now, however much I was having to just stay alive, at 5,000 calories, putting on that weight, it doesn't have to do that anymore, so that stuff's going to go away. And then, let's say I go and realize that, oh, I'm doing that at, you know, 3,000, well, you know, I'm going to start dropping it some more. So let's say now, you know, 3,000, I'm at 2,500 calories because I started to exercise, because I've just naturally lost that much weight. You know, just getting out and working and being standing, because I'm standing and not laying down. You know, I'm burning calories there. So, hey, that's causing everything to work down to where I finally get to the smaller portion, and it just gets to a point where I don't feel hungry like I used to. Like, I'm just like, I'll eat when I get home. And I finally gained the power over food, and it doesn't have its control over me. Because food is the biggest drug out there. I don't care who you are, but food will just take you down. And that's where we end up. And I don't want you to be a slave to food. I really don't. Because it's something to be enjoyed. It's not something to be abused. I mean, that can be applied to many things. Alcohol, women, just anything that you can think of. If you abuse it, you can't enjoy it. I mean, that just doesn't allow for that. And fitness is no more of an exception than that. I mean, basically, with fitness, if you put your heart and soul and mind into it and research it and look stuff up and try it, you're going to find a whole new world out there. And the first thing you're going to find is that food is the biggest thing at the top of that list that can throw it all off. From your life, to your love, to everything. You know, if you're not active, nobody wants to be with somebody that's stuck in a bed when they could get up, but they just have to put in some effort. Somebody stuck in a bed because they jumped on a grenade in Iraq is a different story. That person did something to end up there, and they deserve that respect and love from doing something like that. Even if you were at the supermarket and you see some girl and some dude was acting rough and you put her behind you, I mean, that would make things so great, because they'd be like, oh, he's trying to protect me. Now, she may get mad at you, but you did something good. If this dude pulls out a gun and shoots you in the chest, you just saved her life, maybe. I don't know. But if not, you did something while trying to do something, so you get that respect. It doesn't matter if you're just military or not. You know, but still, soldiers, they do stuff like that. Now, if you're 500 pounds and you just like to eat a lot, I have no sympathy for you, but I will help you if you want to put in some effort. If not, I can at least show you how to enjoy food better if you just take your time and eat it a little at a time. That's, you know what I'm saying? You want to eat to your heart's content. But how about eat this much of your burger? You know, you got a burger this big around. How about you eat that much of it and then set it down and then maybe nibble on something else? And then go eat some lettuce. Just be like, I don't want to eat it, but I'm going to eat this to clear my palate. You know, or drink some water and then go back and nibble at it again later, so that way you can get the full effect of the flavors and enjoy the feeling of it going in your body. And, you know, maybe over time you'll realize that you just dropped 300 pounds because you got to enjoy it so much you didn't need a second one. You're just like, I'll save it for later, but, you know, we're too lazy to get up and go get it later, so it's not as good when it's not fresh, right? I mean, there's some things like that. But, I mean, let's say that. I mean, I don't have sympathy for somebody that won't put in any effort, and I don't need much. I just need a little effort, and I can help you do a lot. And then if you find you like more and want more, you can have more. I mean, that's how my love life works. You tell me you want it all, you can get it all. You want just a little bit, you'll get a little bit. You know? I mean, that's who I am. I don't require much. Heck, I'm giving everybody love, trust, and kindness. You know, you want anything more than that, you got to do something to get it. You want to make me angry, you got to do something to make me angry. You want me to not trust you, you got to do something for me not to trust you. That's the type of person I am. I help out anybody, I love everybody. You know, especially my big ones, man. You know, even people who are skinny that want to get in shape can benefit from this stuff too, because I know a lot of skinny dudes that are strong as crap, and they could benefit from this too. You want to get the best your body can offer you, I'm going to tell you how to do the best your body can offer you, no matter if you're big, little, small, women, men, doesn't matter. I'm just trying to help bridge the gap to get you started. Like, oh, hey, I'm directory this way. You're already in shape, you just want to learn something different? Cool, come on, let's try something. You know, I mean, you know, I'm at a point in my life now where I can do stuff with fit people and figure out ways for it to adapt it to me. And if not, they're there to help me, and we can figure it out. If not, I'm going to figure it out when I get home, because now I just learned something new, so I'm going to go research it. And that's where this stuff comes in, and I'm going to help everybody. Alright, I mean, I'm really excited about it. I know it's a long video. I'm trying to work on everything. I just want to let everybody know what's going on, and I'm about to start a series of videos. I just wanted to let you know where I come from, where I stand, a little bit about me, and that I can relate to anybody. And if not, I am open to learning, because that is what this is all about. Alright? Hey, I like and love you, and just remember, you are a gem. Grind and shine. Alright? Have a good one.